July 23rd, 2024, regular meeting of the Emerson governing body. This meeting is being videotaped and may be viewed on your local public access channel, either 36 or 77. The meetings are also available live on YouTube. For those of you present, in case of a fire, please follow the fire exit signs above the doors and exit calmly. Mr. Hermanson, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would ask you to remain standing for just a moment in memory of Josephine Baker. Josie was a lifelong resident of Emerson, and she was very, very active in our senior club. I know she will be missed by many. Thank you. This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law and adequately noticed pursuant to NJSA 10-4-10. This meeting of July 23rd, 2024 was noticed to the Record and Ridgewood News on January 4th, 2024, and published in said newspapers, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, and has remained continuously posted as required under the statute. A sunshine notice dated July 17th, 2024 was also noticed to said newspapers and posted on the bulletin board. Ms. Ryan, would you please call the roll call of the governing body?
Yes. Mayor DePaula?
Present.
Councilwoman Rice?
Present.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Present.
Council President Zimmerman?
Here.
Councilman Gordon?
Is on his way from work.
You have a quorum there.
Okay. Nicole Argenzia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
Councilwoman Argenzia is absent.
An excuse. We'll make a motion to excuse Councilwoman Argenzia for tonight's meeting, as she had prior notice to us that she would not be available this evening. Can I get that motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and we are expecting Mr. Gordon. There's an error on the technical difficulty error on the computer board. So what should we do? Rob, could you call Lauren and see if she can see us on the, oh, you did already?
See, it's just the audio is not.
But the Liberty is working, so we'll still be able to use that, correct? It's just that people will not be able to hear the meeting live? All right,
Streaming, yeah.
so let's take a 5-minute break and try to fix that.
Okay.
Or should we just go into closed and you can fix it while we're doing the, okay. All right, is the applicant here?
Not yet. You should be here very shortly, 6:15.
Okay. Well, I did that already. I excused Nicole already.
Oh, who's second?
It was Jill and Ashley, and then I did an all in favor.
Okay.
And then I moved to closed executive session, and you told me that we had a glitch. So we are now going to go into closed session. Members of the public may remain on YouTube until we return to open session, at which time formal action may be taken. May I have a motion to go into closed executive session to discuss matters exempt from the public pursuant to NJSA 10-4-1 at SEC and adequately noticed by resolution number 188-24.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
And Council President Zimmerman?
Yes.
Passes 3-0.
Okay, thank you. Ron? May I have a motion to reconvene? So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we are now back on open. As everyone knows, Councilwoman Kelly Moore moved out of town and sadly had to resign her seat on our governing body. She was scheduled to join us tonight so that we could thank her for her service. Unfortunately, she was unable to make it as she has an emergency repair at her new residence. We hope she will be able to join us at either our August or September meeting. And if you're watching by any chance, Kelly, thank you, and we'll see you soon. We miss you already. Next on the agenda is appointments. There are no appointments. Minutes for approval. May I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 11th?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon.
Yes.
May I have a,
4-0.
thank you. May I have a motion to approve the closed session meeting minutes of the July 11th meeting, which are not for release to the public at this time?
For June 11th?
June 11th,
Yeah.
closed session.
Okay, yes. So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon.
Yes.
Thank you. And may I have a motion to approve the minutes of the June 25th regular meeting?
So moved.
Is that a second? Second from Council President, and a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon.
Yes.
Which brings us to correspondence. All of the correspondence is on file in the clerk's office. Financial business resolution 18924, approval of bill list. May I have a motion to adopt resolution number 189-24 to approve the July 23rd, 2024 bill list?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon.
Yes.
Passes 4-0, Mayor.
Thank you. Which brings us to resolution 190-24. May I have a motion to adopt resolution number 190-24, resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Emerson in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, covenanting to comply with the provisions of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended, applicable to the exclusion from gross income for federal income tax purposes of interest on obligations issued by the Borough of Emerson, and authorizing the mayor, acting borough clerk, chief financial officer, and other borough officials to take such action as they may deem necessary or advisable to effect such compliance, and designating a $5,343,000 bond anticipation note dated July 26, 2024, and payable July 25th, 2025, as a qualified tax-exempt obligation pursuant to 265B3 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended.
Second.
And a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon.
Yes.
Passes 4-0.
Which brings us to resolution number 19124, award contract to FF1 Apparatus LLC for a custom pumper fire truck under HGAC Buys National Cooperative Pricing Agreement pursuant to NJSA 52:34-6.2B3 and PL 2011 C-139. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 191-24 to award the contract to FF1 Apparatus LL1 for the custom pumper fire truck under the cooperative pricing agreement pursuant to the law?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon.
Yes.
Passes 4-0.
Thank you, which brings us to unfinished business. Our first item, garbage, recycling, and yard waste collection and disposal contract. Mr. Hermanson?
Yes. We received we put out our bid, and our bids were open today. Our governing body, along with our attorneys now are evaluating the bids, and we will be in discussion with that for the next meeting.
Okay. And the Emerson Firehouse Elevator Project?
The elevator project, we had our bids opened last week on Thursday. The bids came in again higher than we had anticipated for our budget, what we had budgeted. So based off our professionals' advice, we are now going to directly negotiate with contractors to see if we can come up with a better price in order to meet where we are looking for our budget.
Well, I think that we're going to have a motion to reject the second bid after our consent agenda.
Correct.
And then that will give us the ability
To do so.
negotiate.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on that, on either one of them from anybody?
Not right now.
No? Okay. New business, discussion of stormwater management updates. Dave Atkinson is not with us this evening, but he has sent us Catherine Orellana from Neglia Group, and she would like to speak to us about the stormwater management updates.
Yes, so the Stormwater Control Ordinance, or the SCO, this is mandated and required to be updated by NJDEP as part of MS4 permitting requirements. The Stormwater Control SCO needs to be revised to comply with the new amendments to the Stormwater Management Rules, or NJAC 7:8, which have been in effect since July 17th, 2023. So in short, NJDEP's Inland Flood Protection Rule is now effective, and the IFP rule requires stormwater best management practices, or BMPs, for major developments to be designed to manage runoff for not only today's storms, but also future storms. So these changes will ensure that stormwater infrastructure is built to withstand impacts for the changing climate. So Neglia has made the necessary revisions, and they have been submitted to Bergen County Planning Division for review and approval. Depending how quickly the county gets back to us, the revised ordinance can be introduced. But also, additionally, since the SCO is being revised, this is a great opportunity to reevaluate the local ordinance for potential enhancements. As such, we're looking to revamp some other definitions for minor developments as well, such as definitions for impervious and building coverage. So, for example, when you're reviewing an application for a land use board, you typically review building coverage and impervious coverage inclusive of the both. So I think our ordinance should reflect the same. So it might be advantageous to revise impervious coverage to be something similar to like a lot coverage, which is inclusive of both impervious coverage and building coverage, since that's the way we already review it. So those are the changes that we're looking to make to the
All right,
SCO.
good. And then when Dave comes back, he'll suggest specifically which changes he thinks we should change in our
Correct.
ordinance.
Yeah.
Perfect. We also have our discussion of our 2024 road program, and I did speak with Dave this afternoon, and he said that you would also speak to us about that.
Yeah, so we worked with Perry and the Department of Public Works as it relates to the proposed roads and put costs to them. The roads chosen for the base bid are Pascack Avenue from Spruce Avenue to Dorchester, Spruce Avenue from Ackerman Avenue to Park Avenue, Lakeview Terrace from Main Street to Main Street, U-shaped road, Cindy Lane from Forest Avenue to the dead end. And in an effort to maximize the borough's budget, we're also proposing 2 alternate bids, which will be the Borough Hall parking lot and Furman Drive from Spruce Avenue to Dorchester Road.
Okay, good. And when are we going out to bid on this?
For the 2024 road program, we could, it's tight to make it for the next meeting, but if we could coordinate with the clerk if that's what you'd like, or we can make it work for the September 3rd, whichever you prefer.
All right, very good.
Mhm.
Thank you. Good job, Catherine. Yes.
On the consent agenda tonight, there is a resolution to authorize,
Oh, to go out to bid.
yes,
Okay.
once
All the
Specs have
specs have been handled.
finalized and approved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, which brings us to introduction of ordinances. There are no ordinances being introduced this evening. Adoption of ordinances, second reading and public hearing, 1690-24, bond ordinance to authorize the funding of the borough's portion of the cost of the tennis and pickleball court project at Emerson Junior Senior High School. This is the second reading and public hearing on bond ordinance 169-24. Ms. Ryan, would you please read the title of this ordinance?
Second, sorry, Mayor.
It's okay.
This is ordinance number 1690-24, bond ordinance to authorize the funding of the borough's portion of the cost of the tennis and pickleball court project at Emerson Junior Senior High School in, by, and for the borough of Emerson in the county of Bergen, New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $172,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment to appropriate a county grant, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Thank you. May I have a motion to open the meeting for public comment on this and only this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are open to the public on ordinance number 1690-24. Would anyone like to speak? Seeing no hands, may I have a motion to close the public portion on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, may I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 1690-24 on second reading?
So moved.
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman?
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon?
Yes.
Thank you. This next ordinance is the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1691-24. Ms. Ryan, will you please read the title of this ordinance?
Sure, Mayor. This is ordinance 1691-24, an ordinance to amend Chapter 27 of the Code of the Borough of Emerson entitled Environmental Commission to establish Section 27-12 entitled Program and Activity Fees.
May I have a motion to open the meeting for public comment on this and only this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are open to the public. Would anyone wish to speak on this ordinance? Seeing no hands, may I have a motion to close the public portion on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, with no comments, may I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 1691-24 on second reading?
Move.
Second.
And a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman?
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon?
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Ryan. Councilwoman Jill McGuire, do you have a report for us?
Yes,
You know,
I have a
I'm
short one.
Sarah Denview.
To start, the Emerson Pedestrian Cyclist Safety Task Force, the chief and I were notified via email from Easy Ride Bike and Pedestrian Safety Team, which is the regional coordinator for the New Jersey Safe Routes to School program, to inform and congratulate Emerson for winning a Silver Safe Routes to School award this
Oh,
year.
nice.
The next library board meeting will be on Thursday, August 8th at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to visit their website, which is www.emersonlibrary.com. There you can get a schedule for services, programming, and activities for residents of all ages. And the Historic Preservation Committee will have its next meeting on Monday, September 16th at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Councilwoman. September 16th is
Correct.
historic?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rice, do you have a report for us this evening?
For environmental,
Please speak into your mic.
they raised $500 at our Petals with Purpose event hosted by New City Forest. Great job. They also received $2,250 from a grant from ANJAC, which is amazing news as well.
That's
And-
actually to replace some of the beds in the
in the garden.
community garden, which is great.
Lovely. Great job, guys. And then from Board of Ed, keeping, same thing as we've been hearing with all the bids. Dr. Nisanoff has said that the tennis court bids came in over budget. They're rejecting and, we'll look at it.
Sending it out
Yeah,
for bid
sending it
again.
out again, so.
Okay. Nice. Council President, do you have a report for us this evening?
Yeah, I do. Just, for recreation, they did have to change the date for the cornhole tournament that was supposed to take place. The new date is
August 23rd.
August 23rd. There's a flyer out, and sign-up information there. Also, summer camp is kind of more than halfway through. This year, again, they broke last year's record for attendance. There's a ton of kids. Everything seems to be going well. Kids are having fun.
Awesome.
And just from financial business, it was mentioned in financial business earlier, but the CFO has awarded and will sell the note to BNY Capital Markets LLC at the price of $5,363,653.37, plus equal amounts of interest on the note accrued. And that note will be dated July 26th, 2024, and mature on July 25th, 2025.
Okay.
That's it.
That's what we voted on earlier.
That was earlier from financial
That's
business.
just a recap. All right, thank you. Councilman Gordon, do you have a report for us this evening?
Yes, I do. I have a short report from DPW. DPW has been quite busy cleaning up after the summer camp each day, and they've started the resurfacing of the Ackerman basketball court, and PSE&G will be working to install new gas lines in the Manor section of town, which is actually up by Chandler,
Yeah.
Chandler, which is all new to me.
I've been here my whole life. I didn't know it was called the Manor
New-
section. Did Perry
New to
say
me.
that?
Perry.
Really? I have to talk to him about not keeping me in the loop on that.
And that's all I have.
Rob,
I'll piggyback that later, but I always let you go first, and that's what
I was actually going to run to Michelle first because I do think she has a report. With the vacancy that is left by Kelly Moore, there is a statute that the governing body and the Republican County Committee needs to follow, and our clerk is our administrator of elections and in charge of all things election-related. She will read the statute to us so that everyone is aware of how that seat will be legally filled.
Thank you, Mayor. As Councilwoman Moore was elected to office as the nominee of the Republican Party, New Jersey Statute 16-11 dictates the process to follow for filling the vacancy. Councilwoman Moore resigned from the Emerson governing body effective Tuesday, July 16th, 2024. The municipal committee of the political party of which the incumbent was the nominee shall no later than 15 days after the occurrence of the vacancy present to the governing body the names of 3 nominees for the selection of a successor to fill the vacancy. Within 30 days after the occurrence of a vacancy, the governing body shall appoint one of the nominees as the successor to fill the vacancy. If the governing body fails to appoint one of the nominees within the prescribed time, the municipal committee shall, within the next 15 days, appoint one of the nominees as the successor to fill the vacancy, and such person shall be sworn in immediately. If the municipal committee fails to submit the names of the nominees within the 15 days after the occurrence of a vacancy, the governing body may, within the next 15 days, appoint a successor from the same political party which had nominated the incumbent whose office has become vacant. And the deadline, the 15-day deadline for the municipal committee to submit is the 3 nominees to me is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. And the governing body will then have until Thursday, August 15th, 2024, to appoint one of the nominees to fill the said vacancy. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Acting Chair Brian. Rob, do you want to just go with your report for now?
Sure. I have 3 things, maybe 4, depending on what the mayor touches on. I'll piggyback what Brian started with on PSE&G and just, they have started work. They have worked on Pascack Ave along with Chandler and working along Spruce. And they've also now been, the last couple of days, also been on Park Ave. As I've spoke to Perry and to the chief, the garbage is going to be the same. If anybody, the PSE&G does know that if they need to have the trucks get on for recycle or debris or for regular garbage pickup, that they are to allow them to have access to the streets. So if you have any concerns or any questions, please contact our, non-emergency police department number. So that's first. Second, CGP&H, our Emerson Home Improvement Program status right now is that we've had a total of 9 preliminary applications were submitted from June 17th through July 15th. As of now, we have 2 full people who have now taken the inquiries and have actually applied, and are now working with them. So out of the 9, we have 2. So what we'd like to just read this little statement. If your home is in need of repairs, Emerson's Home Improvement Program may be able to assist you. The governing body and I are pleased to announce that Emerson's Home Improvement Program is available to help eligible residents make up to $17,000 in necessary home repairs. A flyer with the list of the types of repairs offered and eligibility requirements can be found on the borough website. For more information or to submit a preliminary application, visit www.hip.cgph.net or call 609-664-2769. That's again 609-664-2769, extension 9. Eligible applications are processed on a first-come, first-served basis. Funding may also be available for rental properties. Landlords can call CGP&H for terms. We look forward to working together with our residents in order to, for anyone who is in need and assistance. Like I said, please reach out to us. We would be able to, anything we can do to help and get you the assistance to do so. And my last thing that I have is that we are still accepting resumes. We're going to be looking to cut the resumes for the fall internship that we have. I want to say, and I'm a little upset by this, that our summer intern his last day is Friday, and it's John Rispoli. I want to thank John for everything that he's done. John has been fantastic. I can tell you can ask any of the departments here what he's been. He has been truly an asset here for us, and I think that he would tell you the same thing that has been a fantastic experience, a learning experience for him. And so we would highly recommend that anybody who is interested for that fall internship to please reach out to us. We would love to have, to talk to you for a potential internship for the fall.
Rob, do you have any info on the PSE&G improvement project? They're doing the upgrades again in town?
We talked about working on the streets.
Brian talked about it. I thought you were going to piggyback on that.
I just said what they were. As of right now, it's the same. They're going to be replacing the old gas pipes. So they're asking, for just letting you know that after the pipes are replaced, that they are going to have to knock on the residents' doors in order to let them in to hook up the actual meters. Anything that we have with the roads, again, on the older roads, they generally still do the half a street. On anything that we have that is that we have paved for less than 5 years, we expect PSE&G to do a full paved curb to curb on that street. We do not anticipate that there would be any issues with that going. They really have never given us an issue with that. We do not expect that there will be an issue going forward on any of those streets.
And there's no interruption with any of their municipal services?
No, I stated that. Okay. I said that the garbage, that they said that if anything with garbage that they have with the trucks, that if they're to let them know, and that PSE&G knows to let the trucks in and out. And if you have any concerns, like I said, call the emergency.
Yeah, if you have a picked up, please make sure you call us and we'll try and get back there. Okay. John, do you have any report this evening? Okay. I'll just go ahead with my report real quick. At our last meeting, a contract was awarded for the Ackerman Park Basketball Court Improvement Project As of yesterday and until further notice, the basketball courts at Ackerman Park will be closed for the renovation. We appreciate everyone understanding that they will be closed, and let everybody get their work done so we can get back on those courts as soon as possible in the fall. I'm excited to announce that last week we kicked off the Mayor's Wellness Campaign Summer Concert Series with the Hazmats. It was great to have so many of our residents come out and enjoy the band. Tomorrow night, weather permitting, we are excited to have Teresa Canada, Beauty and the Grease, perform from 7 to 9 p.m. right here at Borough Hall. Be sure to check our website and social media pages for updates in case we have inclement weather. Reminder that tax bills are due on Thursday, August 1st. The last day to pay without penalty is Monday, August 12th. This year, the County of Bergen adopted their budget in May and the State of New Jersey in June, which allowed Emerson to send out actual tax bills instead of estimated ones. This saved the borough approximately $2,500 by following this process this year. After last year's very successful event, the Recreation Commission is having another cornhole tournament again this summer. It'll take place Hillman Field August 23rd at 6, just to piggyback on what Council President had said. Updates can be found on the Rec Commission's Facebook page and on our borough website. I have some save the dates. Motor Vehicle Commission mobile unit will be back in Emerson again on October 4th. For those of you in need of a real ID, the online appointment booking system will open in early September. Bergen County Clerk's Office will be back on October 9th with their satellite office and passport outreach services. The Health Department is holding their flu vaccine clinic on October 10th. The free paper shredding event will be at our DPW on November 2nd. Is there something else I forgot? That all the events other than the paper shredding will take place at our Emerson Senior Center. Last week, we had a very good meeting. The Borough Administrator and I, along with Commander Hogan of the American Legion, with the representatives of the Housing Development Corporation of Bergen County to discuss Phase 2 of the Veterans Housing and Meeting Room Project on Main Street. Bergen County is still going through the final stages of the process with the State of New Jersey before construction can commence, but we discussed improvements that can be done in the meantime to help our veterans as well as the neighboring properties and the Emerson community at large. I'm pleased to announce that Bergen County will be undertaking an effort to maintain the property much better than it has been, especially in the front area facing the street by removing some of the dead trees, relocating some unsightly boulders, leveling dirt piles, and performing an overall cleanup to make the property look more attractive. At my suggestion, they are going to display a rendering to show the beautiful building that will be built on the site, and they are also looking into putting an accessible trailer on site that I had discussed with Commander Hogan, and he agreed would be useful for them to meet in until this building is able to be erected. They are trying to recruit volunteers. So if you are a military veteran living in Emerson, I encourage you to consider joining the American Legion Post 269. There are so many reasons to join, from special programs and events to career and education services, not to mention the camaraderie and community that can be found right here in Emerson. If you are interested in joining the American Legion Post, you can please contact Commander Hogan or retired General John Tamino. And if you need their phone numbers, please contact Rob Hermanson or myself, and we can put you in contact with them. Back to the building, assuming that Bergen County has received all the approvals by this December, that they expect to break ground in the spring of 2025, and then anticipate a 12 to 18 month until completion of the building. I do want to thank John Bialy and Lynn Bartlett from the County Housing Development Corporation for meeting with us. It really was a great meeting, and they were very open to any of the suggestions that we made in order to help our veterans. I did write them a letter, when did I write that? 2 months ago? And asked to meet with them and fighting for our veterans because they really were feeling that they were being forgotten. And on behalf of the governing body, I let them know that we stand by our veterans and we expected them to get fully what they were anticipating getting from the arrangement that they had made with them several years ago. Unfortunately, many of our veterans that are members of the post that were here when the first part of the building was built have passed away. And we really want to make sure that the members that are still active do see this building come to fruition and are able to enjoy it. They did explain to us, to Rob and I, that part of it was the problem had something to do with the property getting the loan from FHC, was it? Fair?
Their housing from the state of New Jersey, based off the property being the front and back.
Right.
That was separated, that they had it the way they did this, as opposed, the housing authority thought they could do it all at one property. Basically, they were told they can't do it that way, it has to be done in 2 phases.
Right, so there was like a snafu in terms of getting the lending for the project, because they have I don't know if it's a right of refusal or something on the front of the property when they got the loan for the back of the property. So that's what the holdup was getting the money together in order to start the project. But they have to go before this board in December, and they're assuming that they will receive all of it's the NJHMFA. Yeah, the NJMFA, New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Financing Agency, is where they had the snafu. So they're working through that, and hopefully all the money will be put in place by December, and they will start breaking ground in the spring of next year. Our next senior meeting is on August 8th. All Emerson residents 55 and over, I suggest that you join the senior club. They are a very lively bunch, and they have a lot of activities down there as well as day trips. And they offer in-house programs as well. And if you have an interest in them, they have their own page on our borough website. It's www.emersonnj.org/seniors to get more information. Next mayor and council meeting will be on Tuesday, August 13th, starting at 7:30 right now, as long as nothing else happens, because we only have one meeting in August, here in the council chambers. And as a reminder, the Borough Hall office's summer hours are in effect through August 30th. The DPW, Police Department, and the Records Clerk will continue to operate on their normal schedules. These hours are all posted on the homepage of the Borough website. In closing, I would like to have everybody join me in wishing our council president a very happy birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Are you 30 yet? Everybody teases that he has a very young face. He's very wise, though. But have a happy, healthy birthday with your family. And that's it for reports. If anyone did forget anything, have to circle back to anything. Okay, then we will continue with the agenda, which brings us to public comment. Members of the public are welcome to speak on any topic by coming to the podium and stating your name for the record. In the interest of time, speakers are limited to 3 minutes. In consideration of all who may wish to speak, please keep your comments brief and concise. May I have a motion to open the meeting to public comments right now?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are open to the public. Would anybody wish to speak? Teresa, would you like to join us up here at the mic?
I'd like to ask,
Can you state your full name?
Teresa Watt. I would like to know about
Could you speak into the mic?
the July 8th letter from the mayor of Mondale and the affordable housing. Have you discussed it or read it? And do you plan on doing anything with regard to his request to join his group for litigation?
We have received his letter. It has been reviewed. It has been discussed, but at this point, the governing body is looking for more information before we make a definitive decision on joining the lawsuit.
Okay, just for your information, on Friday, he's having a Zoom meeting
Okay.
that's available to everybody and has all his information.
I've met with Mr. Casali
No.
at my mayor's meeting.
Mhm.
Some of our council people have met with him, so we're very well aware of what his plan is. We'd like to see it just move a little bit further before we decide to dedicate taxpayer dollars towards it.
And also, as indicated, if someone wants a copy of the letter, they can come to the, your office and get a copy of it. It's on
Sure.
file. Okay, all right.
Do you want to comment on that?
Just for the record, right now, outside of the group that they put together, it has yet to be defined what is the cause of action in the legal attack against the state law. So it would be premature at least for anyone, any clients of mine, to be engaging in, yes, signing up for what? What are you signing up for? We don't know. They have not proffered any legal strategy, any concept of how to attack it. And so right now, it's just a great idea, but there's no meat on the bones, just to be colloquial about it. So until, someone articulates a clear legal strategy on how to do this, it just, I don't know where it's going.
Well, he indicated on Friday they're hiring their legal team.
Yeah, but
So-
again, what you have to do is before you sue someone, you have to have an concept,
Right,
like what's the litigation about?
right.
And outside of the fact that you're just standing up against something, which I respect because I've done that my whole life, okay, you have to have a basis to do it. And right now, there's been no proffered basis for any municipal attorney to rationally look at that and go, oh, let me recommend that our clients do this for the taxpayers. It's affecting all of us, everyone in Bergen County. So until, I see a strategy and a cause of action, because I've been doing this for a while myself, and frankly, I don't see it.
Well, when will it be announced when our new, amount of affordable housing?
In November.
In November.
So, do we have to do anything?
What is the
We
date?
have a lot of things to do, yeah.
It's actually October 20th.
We have a lot of
November.
things that we have to do to make sure that we comply and don't expose the town and the township to unnecessary potential litigation. So, again, it's a great rallying cry, and I support it. But as a practical matter, until someone says to me, John, take a look at this idea conceptually, legally, and we don't even have that. So we need to see that before, I would recommend any of my clients to proceed on that basis.
Teresa, is it your opinion that you would like us to join the lawsuit?
I'm just saying, it's $10,000 for this year and $10,000 for next year. I just
Correct.
feel that we need more information, one, like you're saying.
So you
But
stand
that
with us
maybe-
on our opinion on it?
I'm saying that it also maybe special, first of all, I think the website needs to be totally overhauled.
What
for
website?
Emerson. But I think there should be.
Wait a minute, you went off.
No, but I'm
topic.
talking about it, on the website, there should be a lot more information and updating it. for people.
Can we just talk about the one thing and then we can talk about the website because you're,
No, okay, but I'm saying the affordable housing information.
oh, you want
should
more
be
affordable
posted.
housing information
Right.
on the website? Okay.
Right, so people that keep saying
Well, we don't have the information. We
No, but
won't know
even
until
like
October
I mean,
20th.
up to date, and like that there's gonna be a new, procedure on calculating.
Well, we had a whole presentation from our borough planner for a whole meeting where she came in and spoke for over an hour about the new legislation. Did you miss that?
No, I didn't see that. And maybe what we could do is.
Caroline Ryder was here, was it 2 meetings ago? June 11th, if you go back and you look at the June 11th, Caroline completely outlined what the new legislation was as it relates to affordable housing for round 4.
Okay, well, that could be on the website.
It is on the website.
The video of it?
Yes, it's under agenda minutes and
Okay, well,
videos.
I'll look at it, but I'm just saying, the letter, I just want to know.
And we announced in, I think even in the newspaper, that she was going to come. We did a press release to alert the public that she would be coming in to make this presentation, because we wanted everybody in the community to understand that the fourth round was beginning and what all of the parameters were going to be.
Well-
So we did have her come and speak extensively on the new legislation.
Well, I'll go
I'm
on.
sorry that you missed that.
Yes, because, I'm interested in, and a lot of people are interested, but they're getting information, talking to, the next door person,
I can't help who people
I know
talk
that.
to.
I'm just saying, I'm just making my feelings, about that, because it's crazy.
What's crazy?
I mean, that people don't want to come to the meetings or ask questions, It's like hearsay. And there's a lot of things.
Teresa, if you ever want to know anything, my phone number is 201-509-1534, I believe.
I've been,
Right?
go right to the.
I haven't given it out in a while. People usually have it.
He knows,
We've had very good conversations.
Okay, you
and
could
text-
reach out to any one of the governing body members. You could reach out to me, the clerk, if you need any information. You don't have to, you're choosing, I believe, to rely on social media for information, when really the best information is from one of us, our paid professionals, our administrator, our clerk, or from the website.
Well, this letter information initially was in, the local papers. So, that's how I started looking at it.
Yeah,
So-
I just want to explain, but this is something that another mayor is proposing, so it wasn't
I
something.
understand, but he said he sent it to every town in
Yes,
New
and it's
Jersey.
listed on our correspondence.
Okay, all right, well,
Do you have a copy of the letter? Would you like a copy of it? Okay, very good.
Hi, my name is Nydia Ekstrom, and I live at 220
You don't have
Randolph
to give your
Avenue.
address. Nydia Ekstrom.
You just have to say your name, that's all.
The law changed, and you no longer have to give your.
Okay, I've been a town in this
But you
town now
spell your
for
name.
55 years.
Could you
And
please?
EKSTRON, Nydia, NYDIA.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I am here, first of all, because I don't know who to go to, and I'm hoping you could help me or direct me that way. First of all, what can we do about the deer? They think that Randolph Avenue is nothing but a big salad bar, because they march up and down. Who takes care of it? The reservoir? Us, the town? Or what? It's awful. They're reproducing like rabbits.
The deer population problem is a regional issue. It is nothing that we specifically,
So who do I go to? Who do I get in touch?
the county, you would go to a county commissioner meeting down in Bergen County. When are their meetings, Rob? Do you know?
The first and third Wednesdays of every month. So
First and third Wednesday at 1 Bergen County Plaza?
One Bergen County, you said?
I'm sorry?
One Bergen County?
1 Bergen County Plaza?
yes, and they may be on a summer schedule, so it might not be,
Right.
but generally their meetings are the first.
If you want to call Michelle tomorrow, she could give you the phone number for the secretary to the board. Michelle is our clerk.
Oh,
If you call Michelle tomorrow, she can give you a phone number to reach out to find out what their schedule is
okay.
for the rest of the summer.
Because we really have a problem.
I agree, there was a horrific accident on Forest Avenue.
And they
Just
hit
last
a baby one on Main Street today.
Sorry?
A baby deer, a doe, no, not a doe. What's a baby deer? A fawn, thank you. Was hit on Main Street today that somebody shoved it to the side of the road. And when you go through that bend on Main Street, it's very dangerous because they come in from the woods over there and you don't see them even though you might be doing 25 miles an hour. It's not slow enough, so it's quite dangerous. That's number one. Number two, the reason why I gave my address because I have a serious problem next door to me. The property on the corner of 3rd and Randolph is an abandoned house. I fear for my life. At night, it wakes me up. It's animals. There's 11 windows that have no glass. I tried to solve this myself. I approached the contract. Yeah, I'll send somebody over. I don't know. There is no sign that says private property. There is no somebody. I mean, you just push the door and you can get in. It's disgusting. Really disgusting. And I fear at night when I hear those. You say, well, call up the police. Well, how many times can I call them? No, I really have not called them. But you need to see this home. It was gutted inside because the walls were gray with mildew. There's animals living in there. Nothing is like that. People can go through the windows on the bottom floor. You can go up the steps, and you have 11 windows. Please, think of my safety. I'm 80 years old, and I live alone.
Have you called property maintenance to make a complaint, the property maintenance department?
No, I have not.
They don't know there's a problem unless you call them. So we will, now that you've put it on our radar, make sure that they get down there
That's what I was just going to say.
and
I
take
will
a
reach
look
out
at
to
it.
our property maintenance, and he will be in tomorrow. I will be at that house with him tomorrow, I can promise you.
Okay. I did talk to the contractor that bought this property. He has 5 other properties. And he said to me, this is 2 weeks ago, yeah, I'll send somebody. That board on one of the windows got pushed out by one of the storms and still pushed out. That's number one. Number two, which is worse, he hires illegals.
Okay,
No, wait a minute. It's not the fact that he hires illegals, except for when they change down to the underwear on the sidewalk to put their pants.
Nydia, have you called the police when this is happening? Because I think the police will handle something like that.
Well, no, I have not.
We can't fix things that we're not aware of.
I'm
More than
asking
that.
who, okay, fine. I'll call the
if
police.
Something like that.
Nydia, you're going to see the way that house looks. Please, make it safe for me. I've been here 55 years, never had any problems.
Nydia, you need to call the police when the action is taking place so they can send
Well,
a car
it's-
and see it happening.
Can I add to that? Because that is something that the chief has constantly wants to be reminded to the residents. In order for them to have any kind of consistent plan for
Enforcement.
things and course of action, they need to put it in their blog so that they know what's going on and that they can go back so that they can check the address if it's a consistent issue. They want to know where it is so that they can bring patrol and continue to go through those areas. It's same thing with speeders, whatever. They've said to us 100 times, it's not Facebook that you should go to first. You go to them first so that they can put it into the blog. They cannot do anything off a Facebook page by someone making a report. You have to file the complaint. Once you file the complaint, then they can then send their officers there to inspect what's going on and to look at what's happening. Once they have an understanding of what's going on, then they do a course of action of how they fix the problem. They must be the first call to them, not to the governing body, not to even to me. You can call us, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to tell you it's going to come to us, and the next call that we make anyhow is to the police, and then they say, who is it that made the complaint? Because we need to speak to them in order to go through with this process. So if you could reach out to the police tomorrow, I would greatly appreciate that. It would help the matter.
And you will be there tomorrow to
I
inspect the
promise you I'll
property.
be there tomorrow.
To inspect the property.
Yes.
And the safety hazards that are over there.
Yes.
Please, make me safe again. Thank you.
And she doesn't use Facebook.
What?
You do not use Facebook.
No, I don't use Facebook. No.
Thank you for your comments, Nydia. Hello, sir.
Madam Mayor, Council. My name is James Tassone, T-O-S-O-N-E. I'm here on behalf of the New Jersey Libertarian Party, our preemptive ordinance repeal project. The chair of our project,
Can you speak up into the microphone so that everyone can hear you, please?
the chair of our project, John Paff, P-A-F-F, sent a letter via email to the mayor and council, March 11, 2024, asking that you review and respond to our request to repeal chapters 204-1, 2, 3, and 4, peace and good order, of your municipal code, which is preempted by state law. I attended your April 16th meeting, made the same request in person. You said that you would review and respond. After the meeting, Mr. McCann also told me he had seen the letter and would be reviewing it. You may be interested to know that in addition to Hillsdale, Woodcliff Lake, and Park Ridge, Rivervale became the most recent town in Pascack Valley to repeal their preempted chapters. An article on their repeal appeared in a recent edition of Pascack Press. I'm here to ask tonight, do you have a response for us? And if not, by when might we be able to receive one?
I can answer that.
Thank you.
I met with the chief in discussion that they were looking into this to discuss some of the matters and that they wanted to give a review to the governing body in regards to this before we made a decision to make sure that there was nothing that was changed that would change anything on how they would enforce the law. So one of the things that was the discussion, and so I promise that I will have a update from the chief to give to the governing body so we can discuss this for the.
Okay,
for the-
I'm not making any promises, Rob.
No, I'm just saying that you can discuss it to go forward.
Body, and I want to thank you, sir, for your comments, and we will still take it under consideration. I don't have a definitive date for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Would anyone else from the public wish to speak? Seeing no hands, may I have a motion to close the public portion of the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are closed. Let's see, where are we? On my consent. I got lost because I went back to look at something. Even I get lost on my pages. Page 9. Oh, yes, consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve consent agenda resolutions 192-24 through 201-24?
So moved.
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman?
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon?
Yes.
Passes 4-0.
Thank you. This brings us to closed executive session. Members of the public may remain on YouTube until we return to open session, at which time formal action may be taken.
I have a motion for resolution.
We can do that when we come out
Oh,
of
okay.
closed again. May be taken. May I have a motion to go into closed executive session to discuss matters exempt from the public pursuant to NJSA 10-4-1 at SEC and adequately noticed by Resolution 202-24.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman?
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon?
Yes.
Passes 4-0.
Okay. Okay. Just gave me a peek
All
at
right,
this
we
one.
are,
Are we back and open?
Yep.
All right, I'm just signing this document for you. Here you go. May I have a motion to reconvene?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are reconvened. Do we have any other business?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion for Resolution 203-24 to reject bids submitted in response to the rebid specifications for the project known as New Elevator Addition at Emerson Fire Department, AKA Emerson Firehouse Elevator Project.
I'll second that.
Okay, can I get a roll call on that?
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
Council President Zimmerman?
Yes.
And Councilman Gordon?
Yes.
Passes 4-0, Mayor.
Okay, do we have any other business? With no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn at 9:15 PM?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Hear ye, happy birthday, Council President.